Okay, welcome back to ATLYSS. This is an interesting game. So you've seen me play this game a couple times. Oh, good dear God, it's still so loud. This game has now had a beta release on Steam. So kudos to the dev. Before you had to go into Patreon, and I just support them at the max tier because it was good. I still am to some degree, but it was solid. It was very, very nice to see. Because now that the game's fully out and we get to see what this is all about. And it has all the trappings, right? Public may vary from, as a host, you can initially mute other players. Remember, devote? What? Okay, well, what if I just do this? If you have a thing and you want to come inside, then you can join this. Join me. Please, I'm lonely. Okay, that's the password, alright? Let's just pin this. Pin the password. But when we played this game last time, it was a very, very good take on what felt like a very old-school action RPG. And I'm very glad that more people now get to try it out and get to see it. Because I can't believe that it took so long for this game to go on Steam. But I also recognize it takes a lot of work. But also, I'm still very surprised it took so long for the game to get very viral. It felt like there was very little content on this game before, and then all of a sudden it kind of blew up out of nowhere. So I'm happy about that. Gas, Windows 95. When am I gonna play Diablo 2? Oh, you missed it. You missed an entire segment where we played some Windows 95. I think we need to go with a. I don't know what I did last time. You know what? Let's just go for a completely random. Wing. Okay, it's a very good name, I guess. But yeah, there's a lot of really, really cool, interesting things about this game. Primarily the character creator. I really enjoy the character creator for obvious reasons. What's crazy, I think you can still do this. Right? Can you still go full on like bust size? Yeah. That's good. Mirror body, what does this mean? A bird with titties. Yeah, it's a bird with titties. Yeah, this is an interesting look. Okay, cool. We'll just go with this. I don't even know what to even play with. We'll try to go for like a normal, I guess, like build this time. Because last time we went kind of crazy and it was a wrong build. And I realized vitality is way more important than I thought it was initially. Brother, it's successfully hosted. How does biology work? Oh, you know, it's the same as ever. We wish Final Fantasy XIV had an ass slider. See, that's the one thing missing from Final Fantasy XIV. Hey, look, there's even like dialogue. Plead for your soul and your strength. This world is broken. So yeah, that's basically what the game is like. I don't know what's different about this one, but I know that there's some new areas, some new zones, and even some new NPCs, so... Oh my god, there's a teleporter. Thank god. This was the worst place to go to, was the walk over here. Oh, there are dudes! Look at them! Hello. If only I could kill some slimes right now. Jesus Christ, they have lives. They have lives, man. They have lives. Well, his whole base got really upgraded. Wow. Fresh blood. Okay, cool. Got any quest? Fine day for bloodshed. Bye. So, yeah, this game was a game that we played before, way, way back. It was like a beta version of it, like a very early beta. It was a Patreon exclusive one. Now it's on Steam for $12, so you can go and buy it right now. And it's still being updated. The developer updates this game a ridiculous amount. They're constantly online. I don't know how they do it. I would go a little bit insane if I had to, so kudos to them for managing all of this. And you and me, I can't wait to kick this guy's ass. We're not trying to take it on the world outside, but I want to prove that wrong someday. What does this guy do? I do wonder what other place out there in this world is as safe as here. What'd you do? Why is he so mad at you? What's interesting too is that I think we saw a fair amount of these before, right? With the whole enchanting thing as well as the whole item finding thing and stuff. So I feel like most of the experience will probably be the same from the demo that I played. But the differences are really going to show, I think, once we get to the later portions of the game. But we won't get there today. I just want to try this out really, really quick to see what's changed just immediately. Hey. Yeah, potential person. Yeah, like gamble? Nope. I wish I could steal his money. Instead of everything the same thing too. Everything the same as well. Yep. But this game was really fun. And it's still really fun. It's not like it stopped being really fun. It's one of those games that you kind of don't expect to really enjoy, and then it really hits you like, oh wow. It's specifically the gameplay style, right? It's very, very odd. I saw one review in Steam saying it reminded them a lot of PSO, which I can kind of see, but also not really. It's like very, very different still, but it's very fun. Animal Crossing? I don't know. I don't know if this is an Animal Crossing game. I don't know if they would if Nintendo would enjoy that. Angela allows us to breathe underwater. What was I expecting? And you know what? I know that this is some of your favorite games, right? Last time we had the web fishing thing, which I swear to God, the criteria will come soon. Because next I think next Wednesday or next Friday. Sorry, next Friday. No, next Saturday or Sunday. We're going to be doing it. The web fishing. I think it's the power, wit, and speed. Yep. I've already read all these. And the winner said whatchamacallit? Oh, the winner, who is definitely not the mod, and it wasn't rigged. They said that the reason why they caught and they liked the dogfish was because it reminded them of a Nick Wilde. By the way, I just want you all to know the mod asked if she could win. I'm throwing you under the bus, mod. I'm throwing you under the bus. She asked me directly. She DM'd me. She was like, "Can I win?" And I was like, "I don't know if you can." It's a skill check. So I want all of you to step your game up, okay? Because if the mod wins again, I'm gonna be accused of nepotism. And very clearly, that's a bad thing. Sorry, I need to stop wandering around and actually go do the main thing. Sorry. The water barely exists. No, it was there. He's been accepting bribes. You wouldn't believe the stuff she got me. The relief. Yep. Yes. Let's get your bearings. Thank you. Sorry, I already read all this quest stuff before. So if you know what the quest stuff is from before, then you know. But this is the more, I guess, like fleshed out Steam release version. So, but it seems like a lot of the dialogue is the same, which is interesting and nice. But yeah, I really do enjoy this game a lot. There's something interesting about the gameplay style. It's not really PSO. I think PSO was a bit different, specifically in the way that it felt very... Because it was more of a targeted game that just seemed to pretend to have action combat, but it still had action combat. But it was also a very different vibe. I think this one is much more freeform. And strangely enough, I think it gets away from the trappings of MMOs, and thank you for blue dye. Thank you. And really gives you like an actual explorative experience compared to PSO, which is, I mean, it's just MMO stuff where it's at some point the MMO becomes optimized to shit, and so there's not really much left to discover. It's one of those unfortunate bits of MMOs. Now you might be wondering why I'm doing this. It's because there's a lot of out-of-bounds secrets in this game. But yeah, it's actually pretty cool to see this game fully, I guess, release and come out and see their efforts and stuff. Here we go. You just wouldn't really expect it, right? What's a bun host card? Yo. That's nice. Anyways, yeah, like and subscribe if you want to win the web fishing. I'm just kidding. You have to actually work at it, okay? You have to work at the web fishing to win. This time, though, I'll be much clearer about the criteria, because I think last time the criteria was a bit too confusing. Didn't realize how many of you were so smooth-brained. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I made the criteria a bit too confusing, so the goal, I think, this time is to make it simpler for everyone to enjoy and to have fun with. That way, all of you have a good time playing it. So, but it was fun last time to see people's justifications for things and reasons why they like things and why they enjoyed stuff. I just will say the mod she's really good at comedy. She's really good. She doesn't know it, but she's really good. So when she said the Nick Wilde line, I was like, wow, that's really good, actually. Anyways, let's do this. We needed to go to the catacombs. You do the slimes and the spirits. We're only going to be playing this for an hour or two, so however long it takes. It's just a small amount just to see what, you know, slightly has changed, but a lot of the changes from what I saw was more about the late game errors, so you're really not going to get a full experience from like an hour's worth of a gameplay. Never mind, this whole zone is completely different now. Okay, well, this looks completely different. It's a lot more interesting. Oh, the ghosts are gone. Now it's just slimes. Now last time too, I don't like putting points into health because I feel like, what's the point? To me, health is just a waste of time, right? You ideally want to go for maximum strength to do as much damage as you can. But then we kept dying. So I realized we probably do need a little bit of health to survive. Just a little bit. Not too much. You need to get going to do stuff? No worries. You can do whatever you want, chat. This is a free zone. You're allowed to leave and come back. Like, it literally doesn't matter to me. Nice. I am glad that they changed the ascending zone, though. It provides a much nicer flow to it. At least for now, the way that you can just see the entrance there. But I also... Sorry, it's so loud, too. I also imagine... It's probably going to be really nice inside, as well as the different ways to get to different maps. It's going to be a bit more interesting too. Oh. Maybe it's the same. Why was there just an in-between? I don't really know. But it was cool while it lasted. You know what? You can't doubt the mind of a genius, right? A genius knows what a genius does. Who are we to judge the genius mind? We have no fucking clue. Ah! There's a fence here now. That fence isn't doing jack shit. Hey, look, the whole place is kind of new. No, there's even new music. Wait, there's actually a lot of newer stuff. Cool. But it's interesting the way that this game looks and feels. In a lot of ways, it feels a bit like a Jak and Daxter type of deal, where the map looks very, very interesting. I say that having played very little of that game. But that's the kind of vibe that I get from some of these in environments. Specifically, that PS2 era vibe, okay? And I remember seeing Phantasy Star Online. I think for the PS2, I think that was the one. Or was that White Knight Chronicles? Was that for the PS3? I can't... It's been a while. And that was when I was younger. And I was like, oh man, I really wish I could play that. Online with people. But you needed to buy like a $200 connector or something. And I was like, this is stupid. But it seemed fun. And Final Fantasy 11 is still a PS2... MMO, which is interesting to me. And honestly, the concept is kind of interesting to think about. I think it's a very cool platform to have. What is this? Executioner's Tomb. What? Arena Zone. Oh, for PvP. Flagged for PvP. Whoa. Wait. No, don't just sit. No. Does she have to swing her... Why does she have like dots on her nipples? How do I recall? How do I get out of here? Universal Lexicon. No, what was the button again? How do I leave? Stop. Stop! G. Don't body shame. I'm not body shaming. But it is funny to think about that you could show your entire breast, but as long as you hide the nipple, then it's fine. Look, I'm not body shaming. I like boobs. I love them. I love titties. If I could have like a pair of titties in my face at all times, I'd be happy. But you have to question the viability of this piece as an armor. 2 nipple tassels is not going to protect you from a sword. Or a slime. Or a ghost. Look at this. God, I love titties. Yeah, I swear to God, this is not what the game is about. The game is an actual, honestly good RPG. It just happens to enjoy, and I think allow you to customize however you want, which is a bit interesting, right? But I think it's a stylistic choice that works for the setting of the game and for what the game is trying to be like. And honestly, why not, right? Why not allow people to customize to be however you want to look like? That's the whole point of playing games. Is to be whoever you want. I love titties. Holy shit, I need 24 ghost tests? There's no way. And again, what's interesting about this game is that before, with the beta release, I played it a lot. Like, I actually played it a lot off stream. I did enjoy it quite a bit. The problem is that it's hard to find time at times, but it is fun to play. What is that? What is that debuff? Hey. What's there a debuff? Games like this, I find, take a lot of effort to play just because you need a lot of time to sink into it. To really get the most out of it. Not to say that you can't just play the game like a small amount and get and still get something out of it, but I find it's more fun for games like this, like RPGs like this, to really sink as much time as you can. To get as far as you can. It's a very addictive flow. And the combat is very, very addictive in that sense too, because again, it's solid. It's a very solid combat. The bow is better for me. Okay. So these legs. Cool. The guitar is slime crusted. What? Oh, the teleporter just takes me somewhere new. Okay. Oh yeah, I remember this one. And it's kind of fun to have a game like this that is very, very not simplistic, but not super hardcore about things. Just more of a fun experience. It very much does harken back to that vibe. Because sometimes you just want to play something for the sake of just playing around with it, right? I know in the context of this game, and after me saying I love titties, that's probably not the thing to say, but I want you to know it's not a perverted phrase to play around with something. It's not meant to be. I'll stop talking now. I'm stuck. And what's funny too is that there's very few games now that I feel like give you this type of gameplay where it's like you have multiple different types of whatchamacallit, combat styles. It's weird how a lot of games tend to stick you into one combat style. Not that that's bad, but sometimes it's nice to customize things, and that's a feeling that you only really get from RPGs. But then do that with an action RPG that gives you more real-time feedback. Pretty good. Ow. What's funny too is that everyone got really pissed at me because I was bad at the game, and I was like, I don't understand why they're so mad about that. It's still funny to me because I'm like, my brother in Christ, you can just not look at the game. But it was fascinating to see the various attitudes of people online. This game definitely draws out like a certain type of person. What's funny is there was a person who said, oh no, another furry, right? And then I searched up their name, and they had a DeviantArt account with AI anime porn. And I was like, my brother in Christ, like, you're the same, if not worse. Like, it's, you know what I mean? Like, it's just so funny to me that people hate who they are. and they're not willing to admit who they are, and they're not able to allow people to be who they want to be, right? Plus, it's not like this game is porn. But that DeviantArt account, man, there was so much AI like anime porn, and they were so mad too. They used some pretty hateful words, and I was like, damn, like you. And then I linked it, and I said, this you, and then they deleted their comments. The best part was that they deleted their comment. I was like, if you're gonna, go online and swing, like, you might as well be good about it or be strong about it. Come on. Don't just delete your account and be a pussy. You know what I mean? Like, own up to it. Funniest thing ever. I was like, oh god, that's actually funny. It's just a level of unawareness, a level of lack of understanding of who they are and what's going on in life and what's actually important. It's people with lack of perspective. What's important is you can have a big titty bird fight to protect you. It's like an anime waifu, but better, stronger. I keep misreading it, the move that they do. I also need to stop holding the move button. I always hold it just for funsies, but I recognize it's not actually the best thing to do. But yeah, I always love whenever people comment on stuff with their like actual account name too. It between that and chat members, there's a Schadenfreude, or like a Schadenfreude, or like a Schadenfreuden, whatever that word is for feeling pleasure in people's pain. Because when you call them out, it's crazy how quickly people get so embarrassed by what they say. And I'm like, my brother in Christ, like that was you, like that was actually you. You were speaking from the heart. You believe that. And now you're afraid of who you are? I love it. How comfortable are pasties? Sorry, I'm just thinking about like the economics of this. Like, look, it must be uncomfortable to some degree, no? Because they're just there. Holy shit, I can throw rocks. We're gonna go magic after. I'm just going strength first because I recognize strength is the easiest way to go because you do a lot of damage quickly, and magic you have no spells early. My children must feed. Okay, throw a rock at him. Oh god, he just died instantly. Wow. This is so strong. Wow, that's really strong. Huh. Yeah, I always love internet hate comments to look at and to make fun of because it makes me sort of wonder, what is the point? You can spend your time doing anything else, right? Anything else. And I just love seeing it. It's so funny to me because it's like, dude, like, I don't even think about you at the end of the day. I recall these comments while I'm playing it because it's funny, right? But I live my life and I just enjoy my life. And I'm like, don't they enjoy their life too? But I think that's the crux of it, is they don't enjoy their life. To them, their life is like awful. And to be fair, some people have a hard life, but I always find those who are hateful with a hard life if they just channeled it a slightly different way, they'd see a much better, I think, results in their lives. Just a little bit different in terms of how they tackle things. Wow. It's the way she nestles in that really gets me hot and bothered. How do you even use this quick... Like, Zone teleporter. I've never actually used it, actually. Maybe I should learn how to use it. It's hello. We're done. Yeah. Oops. No, no. I don't need knowledge. Yep. Thank you. The world could use some purity. Yep. A lot of purity. Slimes ambushed me. Yep. The portal is located northeast. Yep, yep, yep. Yeah, I remember this being a little annoying because the shop will disappear once you get past a certain point, which is kind of annoying because I wish the items stayed so I could see them or use them. Because this ring, like, you never see that ring ever again. Oh. How do I sell quickly? Oh, shift. +1 damage? Oh, +1 dex. That's worse. We have to keep that. The suit has to stay. We need to buy something to get the suit onto some clothing. But we need to wait until we find really good clothing. It's very important. Got quests? Got quests? Wait, you have EXP pots? Yeah, 750. I'll buy it, sure. Someone asked if this game works in controller too. As far as I could tell, looking at it before the stream, it kind of does, but the rebinding is a bit weird and not all the binds work, so just in case. That was a YouTube commenter. Hello, welcome. The fuck is a Slimex? Oh yeah, the Slimex. What's fun and interesting too, right? Especially with all this stuff about like enjoying your stuff and being who you want to be. So I hinted at it, but basically if they just applied it to themselves, I think they wouldn't be as hateful. I think in a way a lot of it comes from a very deep sense of shame about who they are and a very deep vitriol that seeps into their bones about even who they are, about everything else that they enjoy too. In a way, they've subscribed to this idea that there is a standard that you must follow in life, that there are things that you must be approved to like. But in the end, that's as limiting as, you know, I don't know, like shit. It sucks. Imagine 1984, you had an approved list of hentai that you could watch, okay? It had to have references. It has to have references to the state every like couple minutes, right? Every couple lines. Must be censored with. But you know what I mean? Like it's just strange to lord over content and then lord over people and lord over what people enjoy. It's a very odd premise to me. Because I'm like, dude, you just like what you like. Well, the stagger is a lot easier now. These things used to not stagger as much. I see the spawn rates are still very similar too, though. Again, it's fascinating because this game takes a lot of design motifs from older RPGs. I was thinking back to specifically the older RPGs that I played. You have games like Okami, which, you know, it's a bit different, but that game also kind of showed what happens when you have weird respawning enemies that kind of just wander around the entire time. And then you go back even further, I think, within that PS2 era, and you go into stuff like, I forget the name of it, but it was a really good RPG that I played, where it was almost like an open world thing, kind of like this, and you just kind of go around different zones. I'm pretty sure it might have been a dot hack game. Or maybe it was, no, maybe it wasn't dot hack. But I remember playing games like this very, very often. Very similar vibe. And this game is steeped in that design motif. Not just the looks, but also the gameplay style. Enemy respawns. What's funny is that as an industry, I don't think we've moved on from this. I think the truth is, a lot of people enjoy games where you get to grind things out the entire time. Suppose, you know, any MMO out there, it's all the same systems. It's a very fascinating look into the world of games, if that makes sense. and how many ideas can stay stable. Because really, you can't beat having a bunch of punching bags to fight. You really can't beat that. I don't even think we'll make it to late game. This might take a while. Hey, because I want to see more of the pig place. Hunts and hogs. There we go. Good, good, good. Diva must die. I'll kill her. Yeah, see, getting health didn't change anything. I'm still just as tanky as I was. I'm gonna go full on strength. It doesn't make any sense. Why get health when you can just kill things? Curious. It's strange too, because I wouldn't want to play an MMORPG that has these motifs. I think I'm tired of that motif in an MMORPG. But I'm perfectly fine playing a single player with these motifs. And I think it's because of the commitment angle. With MMORPGs, right, the online aspect means that you have to be on top of your game. Because if you fall behind, you'll always be behind. It's sort of the worst part of MMOs that it's a content treadmill that forces you to continually keep up. Contrast that with a single player game where you just get to play at your own pace. Nice. Not to say that the MMOs are bad, but I recognize it takes a certain level of fortitude to want to play those things. Ah, a stepping stool. Oh, also, there was another comment that I saw that was very, very funny. It was on the subreddit, and because I like to check it just in case, right? The first thing they said was, I don't know if this game is for me because half an hour in, I got to the boss and she shoots slimes from her titties, and they were like, I don't know if this is my kind of game. Is it overly sexual? And I was like, yes, but no. It's hard to say. I also didn't realize that she moaned. She's evading everything. Good. But it is something that I think the game is going to have to wrestle with, right? Again, there's nothing inherently wrong with it, but even I recognize it's one of those hard angles to sell, if that makes sense. It's a bit like the anime problem. The anime problem is that anime has a lot of fan service stuff in general. So when you get the fan service stuff, you have to convince people that no, the fan service is just there because it's like a trope. It's a haha trope, right? But it's like, what is the inside joke? Like, is the joke always porn? I don't know. So an outsider is like, I don't know if I want to watch this. It's not really my thing. The keep within. Sure, level 10. Oh, shit. Alright, fine. 20 slime mate, sure. And you know, the truth is, it kind of is just porn, you know? It's just porn. And it's not to say that porn isn't enjoyable, right? People do enjoy porn. But there's limits. You know what I mean? Like, there's some limits to the porn. Making a mech spear. Yo. Yeah, alright, sure. And there will always be limits to it, right? People, like, you can't love porn forever. One day you'll have to give up the porn. This is significantly better value, right? What is... That's like times 5 EXP. So times 5 is what? 5? Wait, no, actually, it's about the same level of value. It's the same level of value. I don't think it's better value. I'm just gonna buy this then. It maybe is a bit easier to use, but it's the same value. But yeah, there's something to be said about, you know, some people don't enjoy that type of vibe for a very long time, right? But at the same time, you know, it only lasts for one level. Once you're out of here, you're fighting like hogs. And your character, if you take your character and you do the slider and you go all the way to the right and your titties are massive, that's on you. I say that looking in the mirror at myself, like I am the clown. Again, not that there's anything wrong with it, but There's some choices you can make for yourself. We're all adults here. Maybe. Hopefully. If you're not an adult here, please leave. I don't want to deal with a single child. Speaking of children, my niece now has a license, so she's authorized to kill. She's authorized to kill. I'm actually very worried, because it's like, how good is she at driving? I'm not really sure. But I'm hoping she's good. Kill mode on. What's scary too is that she'll just have to learn over time how to get better at it, but it's just hard. How do I put this into a quick slot exactly? Oh no, it's nighttime. Get stun locked, bro. How do I use this? Oh, F1, F2, F3, F4. I absolutely abhor the idea of using function keys, but sure. I'm so bad at this. Maybe the commenter was right. Maybe I'm super shit, actually. Like, bro, you're so fucking shit at this game. How, bro, just get out of here, man. I love reading those comments so much. What's funny is that I do technically feel the fire by reading those comments, right? So I do need to be careful on some level, because it's eventually, if I keep talking about those things, people are gonna keep doing it. But I kind of can't help myself. Also, you know what's funny? So I posted the lobby password, right? But I didn't post the lobby name. So people are just going into different lobbies, probably trying out different names. Like there's no guarantee that whatever lobby that you get into is the one that I made. You just hope that it's the same one, but you have no clue. So let me boost the volume a bit. It's hard to boost this game's volume. The combat's loud, but the thing is quiet. The ambiance. Sorry, I'm just kind of in a daze. This is the one thing about this game that's very fascinating, is that you very quickly get into a daze just fighting these monsters, which isn't bad, but you recognize that at some point your brain shuts off, and the game absolutely works for it, but it sort of begs the question, you know, is it a me thing or is it the game thing? I can see this game working very, very well, I think, with newer generations. Because, for me, again, I use Final Fantasy. I used to use Final Fantasy X to go to sleep. I would start that game up and then use it to go to sleep after. That game was my sleep time game. Stop hitting me, please. I beg you! There's an NPC. What the fuck, Frankie? Hey, Traveler, I'm Frankie. I got some interesting goods for you. To figure to check them out. Is it dangerous? Funny you'd ask me that. No need to worry, them boars aren't all that menacing to me. Though the ones in the temple ahead seem a little scary. There's some treasure in there to loot, you know. We could find some way to get in without getting murdered. I'd be maybe making some good business. Careful if you ever consider going in there. Skill scrolls. Wait, hold up. Wait, this is amazing. Oh my god, there's even different effects now. Wait, like a chance to apply freeze. And execute. Wow. I want you to look at this as I go pee. BRB. Let's execute someone. Sorry. What a crazy way to come back, streamer. You went in game, right? Yeah, buddy. In game. In fucking game. This person's been selling. This person is selling pig items, which means they kill the pigs. Oh Jesus, they're strong. They're very strong. Cost 500. Okay. It's cool. It's whatever, man. I didn't mind not being able to afford anything. It's cool. It's whatever. I like the expansion to the zones though. It's very interesting to see what they're trying to cook up. Because you don't really expect this to happen. But then they cook up an entirely different zone here. Why is it... Oh. What is this? Holy shit, chat, there's a new boar. Oh my god. This thing is gonna demolish me. I'm not going after that. Wait, okay, let's just try one boar. One. Come here. Aggro. His name is a rage boar. He's level 11. I'm dead! You can't parry this. It's too high a level. I bet I could run in, get the item, leave. We just run. Well, I need to do this first. Well, side quest. What's weird too is that I really enjoy side questing in games. Like in Stalker, most of what we're doing is just side questing. There's something fun about just doing nothing. Boom! Oh. Man, kudos to the dev. If you join the Discord and you look, because I rarely join Discords. I also wouldn't have joined theirs if I didn't have to get the key. But when you go in, you see the amount of effort that is taking place. You see the amount of heart and joy that they're really pushing. Like they really enjoy making this game, which is nice. It's very heartwarming to see. It's somebody's. It feels like somebody's dream coming true, right? It's strange to bear witness to that. It feels a bit personal. It's almost like I'm a voyeur, but at the same time, it's so heartwarming that it's like reading like a very nice, you know, hopeful slice of life anime or like a manga or something, right? Like or like a book. It's like when you get to the end of Lord of the Rings and they actually defeat evil. Whoa! Yeah! Woo! You know what I mean? Same concept. Sauron. We can make a spear now. Nice. Though the spear is probably going to be weaker compared to what I have. So. My queen. Oh, speaking of, do you guys know... Do any of you know the phrase, "You're my queen, my fries supreme"? I swear to God, that's a real phrase from Taco Bell. I used to say that so much because I was like, I swear I heard it somewhere. But all my friends say it's not real. Like it's not a real phrase. I'm like, it has to be. My queen, my fries supreme. From Taco Bell. If you ever get married in a Taco Bell, please use that line, okay? You're my queen, my fry supreme. You're my queen, my fry supreme. All my friends say it doesn't exist. I'm like, no, there's no way. I swear I heard it on the ad once. So someone said that. You're my queen, my fry supreme. Oh, I haven't slain. I don't have the spears. Oh. Ooh. Okay, you first. Thanks, Sally. Appreciate it. Thank you, Sally. Your old quest is a bit too old now. Just throw that on the way. Abandoned, sure. Whatever. Thanks, Sally. Sally is a level 10 item. I can't use this. Howdy. Making more mech spears. Alright. Bye. It only gives me like 30 experience. I could buy a ring here. very solid ring, which actually doesn't help me at all. Or I could buy an iron chest piece. Or a better axe that gives me +4. What is even the point of doing the quest for the item? Well, what is the point of doing the quest for the item? What? What is this? That's a helmet. Huh. Doesn't seem worth it to do quests for items, eh? Seems more worth it to just fight for your life. When vendor trash is so good that it ends up being better than a found item. This is my big problem of MMORPGs, actually. So this is a whole different topic, but well, it's related. It's whenever a game has a vendor item that's better than whatever item that you can find, it almost seeks to undermine and devalue the thing that you found, and it makes you go, "What's the point?" And it always happens, and I don't know how to stop it. That feeling of, "Wow, that was a waste of time for me." It's not the worst thing ever, but you definitely notice it. Like in WoW, when you find a really cool rare drop, and then you level up 1 bit, and so you're into the new expansion zone. And so what they do is in the expansion zone is they give you all new stuff to like speed you forward to the next part. Which is cool and all, but now my stuff is kind of useless. Oh, we have 69 health, wait. Oh, speaking of 69, sorry. I'm reminded of the line 69 God by Kendrick Lamar. He just randomly shadow dropped a new album. GNX. Really good. Really, really good. Came out of nowhere. No one had any clue. Just a random shadow drop. Pretty crazy how people can be so large in the game and still keep a secret. Like it must be hard to keep that entire album a secret, right? Because how many people are involved in the making of an album, and how many people need to keep it, you know, everything like just on the download? It doesn't seem possible. Hey, look, we can be a mage now. Let's go. I will be a mage. Forget the warrior. The warrior sucks. Not that it sucks, but let's try mage. Mastery of bells and mastery of scepters, sure. And that should have given us a full refund. It did not. Okay, so how do I refund my shit? Ma'am? I thought this thing would give me a refund. Ma'am? 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 Thank you for the skill points, I suppose, ma'am. Look at this. Prism. Wait, that's a shield. That's kind of good, actually. Cross. Oh. Hits multiple times. Sure. Flux Spear. What is this? Stuns? Boring. Knockback? Boring. Imbue? Kind of good. I mean, really now it's a bit like there's not enough skill slots for my hands to reach. We'll do 1, 2, 3 is fine. We'll do 4, 5, and 6 like this. Okay, you don't have to get so close to me. I'm married. I'm married. You can leave me alone now. There we go. What? Oh! Neat. How much does it cost to reset my stats? I've done it again. I've done it again. Gosh darn it, I've done it again. Well, it's the way it goes, I suppose. We'll get there eventually. We'll be able to afford this stuff eventually. Well, I know I look a bit out of place for a mage, but it's fine. Everyone knows mages are just warriors with extra steps. They're warriors that are a bit too smart for their own good. A bit too smart for their own good. Oh god. Eat shit. Wow, the spear is good. Holy shit. Maybe I should have gone warrior. I'm also very curious about where this game is going to go. Long term, what's like the end goal of this game, right? Because you kind of get dropped in, and it's a bit of an interesting story. The way that this world is supposed to be the realm between life and death. But it's messed up because something was going wrong with it, and so souls aren't leaving or something. I think that was the story. Unless I'm mistaking it for something else. But I think about that, and I go, that's kind of cool. But wait, is that passive? Wow, it is. That makes you wonder, how is it going to evolve from here, right? Because it has very good bones. Very, very good bones. And you can see they're putting a lot of effort into it. I'm just so excited to see what's at the end. And obviously, it's going to take years. I think this is one of those things where people probably... It's probably going to fall into the discourse around, whatchamacallit, early access. Which, like, I get it, because on the one hand, it's like, why buy early access? On the other hand, it's like, you know, it's going to take some time. When it gets there, imagine how good it's going to be. Shield. If anything, you should be amazed just to get the shield. It's pretty good. Spirit twice? I didn't know spear hits twice. That's amazing. Wow. But I'm sure wherever the game is going to go, it's only going to get a lot better because, you know, in such an early state, and basically just operating off of word of mouth and a Patreon, the dev has been able to make all of this, so it's very fascinating to see. Once we're done this dungeon too, we're like done with this game. Not like forever. I'll just be playing it some other time. But today was just a good... I just wanted to see what was different about the full release. Because, you know, it's a fun game for me. It's good. Do I want to go this way or that way? Maybe not that way. And honestly, the game is very, very lightly priced. I thought it would be, I thought it would be much more expensive. It feels a bit like a steal if it is the amount of content that you can get out of this. Like, if you enjoy this type of game and you enjoy this game loop of farming and grinding, you get it for 12 bucks. And to me, that seems like a very, very small amount of money to pay for such quality. Gameplay quality. I know it sounds like I'm sponsored or something, but I'm not. I just really enjoy it. It's just it's surprising to think of, you know, the pricing between indie games and AAA games. It always kind of makes you go, how? Or like, why? Why is it so undervalued almost? Oh, leg up. Imagine paying $1,000 for it. But you can find it on the floor. On the old crusty, moldy floor. Nice. What does it do? Grant a movement speed buff. That's shit. It's not shit, sorry. I don't care about moving faster. But I know for sure there's a new late game boss. There should be like a new golem boss or something. But we're just so far away that it'll take us a while to get there. So we will be coming back to this over time. I'll be playing it offline mostly, but I'll show you the highlights. It's not the hard part of games like this. It's just a game like this, especially, I think works a lot better with more people. But you know, on this channel, I mean, we just play games by ourselves. I just talk to you all. Sometimes you respond, sometimes you don't. Whatever. But the key is that I get to tell you about anything. Like today's sponsor, gland shapes. Sorry, I just. Your glands are shaped funny. Use our new razor to cut your glands apart. My glands used to be all over the place. Used to be disgusting. Then I got gland shaped. I cut them right off. Like a virus. It only bled for 3 days. I'm gonna die. I messed up the moment that I missed all of my blocks consecutively. And I forgot that I don't have the heal skill. Cannot attune here. My brother in Christ, it's on the wrong slot. Don't do this to me. Yeah, keep using the same pattern, so it's easy. Thank you, keep using it. Yeah, thank you. More. Easy. Come on! Oh, you have to hold the button down to use cross. Oh, that's how you do it. I just wasn't sure. I was like, how do you use this? Okay, so now I know you need to hold the button down to use cross. So it's a shit skill. I'm not... the control scheme leaves a bit to... leaves a bit to be desired. Is that the phrase? Like, it's a little bit frustrating. The default control scheme. It's not the worst thing ever, but... Ow. Oh god, here we go again. There we go. So now I have Prism. Should help a bit. Kill these toxins. Good. Oh. God damn it. We're getting there slowly but surely. Hold the block. I always fit the hold. Hold the block. Yes, finally. See, we're getting better and better. Just I just need to pay attention to it. Hey, nice magical reap sow pants. What? Bandits. Hey, cloak. Cool. But yeah, still a very, very solid game. And again, you see the different changes in... in the maps, the late game and stuff like that. The game only gets better and better. I'm very glad that this game is out now, fully. Catacombs cleared. It's level 6 to level 12. What did I just do? Why is it 0? Why are you 0? Son of a fuck. Did I do the wrong thing? Well, that's it for ATLYSS. I'll be playing this offline, mostly. It's a fun game, but man, it takes a long time to really get into it for the entire period of time. Which isn't bad. Again, it really does harken back to those older RPGs and stuff. But... and that's a joy that you can't really find anymore. So it's nice to see. It's nice. It's also nice to do everything and not finish any single quest and do all of that for nothing but glory. I don't give a shit about glory, right? The only glory I care about is I'm not gonna say it. But you ever see like a gladiator? They fight to the death for some pride or honor. Or like people used to go to duels and stuff. I don't give a fuck about that. You can insult me as much as you want. I want money. I want rewards. Why are you standing over here? Holy shit, you're thick. What does he move? The voice of Zol Narada. Sure. I need Mastery of Spirits now, pronto. I need it. I need Spirit Mastery now, please. Thank you. It's no! I read the wrong scroll. That was a scroll I was meant to sell. Fuck. But yeah, very solid game. There's a lot of really cool things about it. And I can't believe it's getting better over time. But that's it for this one. We'll get back to it at some point. But I'm really excited to see the late game in this. I'm just gonna grind a lot off stream, and then we'll get to the late game, and then we'll see what it's like. Because I know the late game is where most of the changes are. This is just the same intro over and over and over and over. And intros to games are always funny because it's a bit like Diablo 2. Like you do the first ladder season and you're like, wow, such a cool game. You do the second ladder season and you're like, I don't want to go through all these quests again. I don't want to do the Den of Evil. Well, you do because of a skill point, but you don't want to do it because it's tedious. You really don't want to go through Kuros. You really don't want to go through the Maggot Lair. The once is enough. I wish there was a skip button. I'm just impatient. I'm just a TikTok brained zoomer millennial kid now. Adult. I'm all messed up inside, man.